Facebook. I am here today to talk with you about something that it's occurred to me many times, but I think today it was very much at the forefront of my mind from some conversations I had with others and just things that I've been noticing cropping up. So I wanted to talk today about the quick fix versus the long-term sweet taste of success. And so I want you to think about in your life an accomplishment that you are just really proud of when you think back to that moment in your life or time in your life. Comment in the video. Hey, Brandon, thanks for joining. What is an accomplishment in your life that you are really proud of? I know for myself, I can think about graduating from college, getting my degree in speech therapy, getting certified to be a health coach. Those are things that I am definitely proud of. And something that I'm really proud of as well that maybe didn't always feel good, and it was a struggle, to be perfectly honest, is my journey toward improved health. And so I want you to think about that accomplishment or accomplishments that you're really proud of, and think about how long did it take you to accomplish that goal. You know, for college, it took me 4 years to get my bachelor's. It took me two more years to get my master's degree. Perhaps that's one reason why I'm really proud of it. It took time. Did it take money? Yes, and education certainly does take money. So that is another part of maybe why I'm so proud of it. And energy. How much energy did you put into the accomplishment that you were so proud of? I know for me, college definitely took energy. It took studying. It took showing up for classes. There are a lot of things that I did to be able to accomplish the goal of finishing college. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my health journey. Did it take time? Yes, it certainly did. It took me 7 years of digestive issues, going to different specialists to try to figure out what was going on with me, why I wasn't feeling optimally. And it took time researching on my own when I wasn't getting the answers I needed. So my health journey definitely has taken time. Has it taken money? Yes, it certainly has, and that could be very frustrating at times. Paying doctor co-pays, the gas money to get to different appointments, time off of work in order to attend those appointments. And basically, I think I've spoken to this before to some people about the impact of chronic illness and how much money the average person might spend on doctor visits. And you know, if you end up in the hospital or, you know, having more severe problems due to your health condition, you end up spending a lot of money over time. And so the importance of health in my book is priceless, because if you don't invest now, the investment that you'll be putting out later can be more than you ever could imagine. So my journey toward improved health took time, money, and energy, and I am still on my health journey. I wish I could say, oh, I have it all figured out and my health is 100% and, you know, everything is just perfect, but I am a realist and I am always working on improving my own health and growing and healing from things from the past. So I am not here to say that because I'm a health coach, I've got it all figured out. I am also on a journey with you. So basically, back to the subject of immediate or instant gratification versus delayed gratification, I just want you to think about, where are you currently placing your time, money, and energy? What are you spending your time, your money, and your energy on? Do you spend it on things that that get you immediate results? So a quick fix, or it's maybe helping you towards short-term goals? Or are you willing to invest your time, your money, and your energy into things that are yet to come? So basically your long-term goals. And which of those, or which goals are most satisfying in the long run? You know, do you find that a quick fix is what makes you feel happiest, and most fulfilled, or is it the long-term investments and the long-term changes that you're making that feel the best in the long run? I find, as a health and wellness coach, and I also consider myself a life coach, because your health impacts every aspect of your life, and vice versa. Other things in your life impact your health. And so I find that as a health and wellness coach, it can be somewhat frustrating, because as humans, we often tend to get hooked into quick fixes and immediate gratification. And so here I am as a health coach trying to help people with making longer term changes, things that are going to feel amazing once they get there. However, a lot of people are struggling with realizing or being committed to putting in time, money, and energy into long-term success and their long-term goals. And so I wanted to do this video so that I could hear from you about, you know, what are some areas of your life where you feel like you get sucked into instant gratification, and you feel good at the moment, but then you realize, well, geez, that really wasn't worth it. I wished I would have done XYZ. I wished I would have put the time, money, and energy into achieving my long-term goals, as opposed to just filling your immediate gratification needs. So I'm going to give an example. I know there's many examples out there. And please, I'd love if you would comment. Brandon, Amelie, Teresa, Judy, I'm so glad you joined me live. But what are some ways what are some areas of your life where you feel like you kind of get sucked into the immediate gratification versus saving, investing more long-term? So an example for health could be, if you're at work, let's say you're in the break room, you're taking a break, and you see a whole box of donuts, and they're calling your name, or they seem to be calling your name. So what kind of goes through your head if you're tired, you're stressed, you're emotional? You see those donuts. You have a choice in that moment. I can grab a donut, or I can eat the whole box to feel better, to get a nice sugar high going until you have dinner. Or the other choice, of course, would be to delay that gratification and wait until you get home to eat. If at home there's some better choices, more healthy choices. And I give an example of an organic apple, because for sure that would be a much better option than eating a high sugar processed donut. And don't get me wrong, I used to enjoy donuts in the past, but what I know now is that it really was not helping my health. And so, boy, my perspective has changed about donuts over the last couple years. So the short-term gain of eating that donut is I get an emotional high. I feel the sugar rush. I, am at least maybe temporarily feeling that hunger feeling or the tired feeling. But what are the potential consequences of that immediate gratification? I might feel guilty later. Put a 1 in the comment box if you've had this happen to you. Have you felt guilty for doing that because you knew that another food was a better choice and that another food would be more nourishing to you, but you caved? Because again, human nature is we have temptations around us, and we are prone to those temptations, especially in certain circumstances, like when we're tired, if we're emotional, we really are prone to temptation in those moments. So we might feel guilty from eating the donut. We might feel very sick. I know for me, having issues with gluten, even though that donut might taste so good in the moment, what I realized later is it was making me sick due to the gluten, the sugar in it. So I might also end up later having a sugar crash because, like I said, you ride this roller coaster of being on a high, and sugar is very addictive. And then what happens to you later in the day? You start coming down that roller coaster and crashing, and it does not feel good at all to come down from that sugar crash. So let's take the opposite. If I decide, okay, I'm going to stay strong, I'm going to wait till I get home and choose a more healthy option. I'm going to choose that organic apple that I know is waiting for me in the fridge. When I eat the organic apple, I may feel, I'll feel more nourished. There aren't processed ingredients in that apple. I will feel really good about myself because I stayed strong and resisted the donut. I have strong willpower. So therefore, that impacts my self-esteem and my confidence. I feel better about myself. And it's one step, even though it's one moment, it's one apple that I'm choosing over that box of donuts or that one donut. It is so crucial as a step in the right direction toward my goals. And maybe my goal is to lose weight, or my goal is to have more energy throughout the day. My goal is to eat better. And so just by choosing that apple in that moment, I have set myself up for a better probability of success with my health. So I wanted to just put it out there that every moment of every day is an opportunity to either go closer toward achieving our goals, achieving our dreams, or taking steps backward away from our goals and our dreams. And so the choice is yours, and that is sometimes a really hard pill to swallow. We often can get caught up in, well, someone else made me do it, or oh, if they'd stop putting the donuts in the break room, this wouldn't happen to me, kind of thing. Just really not realizing how much control we have over our own lives, our own choices, and our health, since health and wellness is a passion of mine and why I decided to become a certified holistic health coach. So the thing is, a lot of times we think that we can do this on our own. We think that we have strong willpower, that we are superhuman, and that we won't fall prone to temptation. And what I like to try to put out there to everyone is that we all are human. We all are prone to temptation. And part of the job of a health coach is to support clients or support people in realizing that temptation is out there, and we all fall to temptation sometimes. However, a health coach is there to support you along the way. When those temptations arise, what are some ways to make it less tempting, or to maybe it's just even being more educated about making choices for different types of foods. I'm really big on education first, so that people are more empowered. They know what they're looking for. They're making more informed choices about what they're eating and what they're choosing in their lifestyle. So if you need support, which I think we all, if we're honest with ourselves, we all need support in our journey toward better wellness, and in life in general, we need support. And so I would highly suggest, if you're feeling like it's been a struggle to stay on your, let's say, your New Year's resolutions, if that's what you do, or if you've just had certain goals for yourself that you feel like you haven't been able to accomplish, and you keep falling off the bandwagon, so to speak, I would encourage you to seek out a coach. And if it's not me, there's many coaches out there, but I specialize in health and wellness, especially for people who have digestive issues, inflammation going on, chronic illness, but I also can help people with just in general healthy lifestyle choices, figuring out what foods are best for you and will be foods that you enjoy. And so I'm going to leave you with this, that I want you to reflect on whether you're heading toward your long-term goals. Are you basically keeping your eye on what's going to taste so sweet in the end, even though it may take more time, money, and energy? Or are you going for the quick fix, the immediate gratification, and you're making maybe some rash decisions or quick decisions, and it's not feeling so good, it's not feeling so sweet, it's actually, it might be tasting bitter. So I encourage you to think about those areas of your life that you are falling into temptation. And please, I love all the people that are on the live video today. And again, drop something in the comment box. Maybe let's put a thumbs up if you can relate to this this struggle of trying to choose between the quick fix and the long-term gratification, I guess you could say. One more thing that I wanted to mention is, I guess, kind of going back to our health, is that we often may think that our health is a result of a short-term issue, like, oh, you know, I'm having this chronic illness because of a short period of time in my life. I chose to eat not very healthy foods, or I was really stressed and I wasn't really managing my stress effectively. And so I'm gonna be able to make this change like this. I'm going to be able to get better within, let's say, a month. And what I just want to point out is that, and this was something that was, I don't know if I want to say a revelation, but it was an aha for me, is that my digestive issues were something that happened over time. It wasn't necessarily one particular point in time or one particular thing, and all of a sudden Emily has digestive issues. And so I just want to emphasize the fact that health is a journey, and we have different things over time that accumulate and create the conditions that we are experiencing. So when I talk with people about health coaching and what health coaching can do for them, I try to help them see that it's going to take some time, it's going to take some energy, it's going to take some investment of money, one way or another, to get healthier, to get better. Whether you're putting that money toward healthy foods, if you're putting it toward hiring a health coach, or in different ways. But let's say that you only spend 6 months turning your life around, getting healthier, making healthier choices. 6 months. Just to give you a comparison, like I had mentioned before, my health journey, it has taken about 7 years up until this point. And without doing all the math, it was a lot. Let's just put it that way. It was a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money. And I wish that I had a health coach. I wish I had someone who had really been able to support me in the way that I'm trying to reach out and support others through my health coaching. It's all about decreasing the time, the money, and the energy, helping others so that they don't have to invest quite as much time, money, and energy into getting healthier. Time is precious, and I know that, and I was trying so hard to get better in a quicker period of time. I knew it wasn't going to be a quick fix, an instant result, but I certainly wish that it would have been less than 7 years of struggle and challenge. And so I want you to just think about, again, the journey, that life is a journey. Getting healthier, happier, meeting your long-term goals is a journey. But would you rather have someone to support you along the way, and someone to run ideas by, and someone who can see your value, who can see what is possible for you that you may not be seeing for yourself? And that often happens where we're a really big critic of ourselves, and we don't realize what's possible for ourselves. And a coach is someone who can be a mirror for you so that you can see how awesome you are, what's possible, and help keep you on track when you get off track. So I hope that answers some questions too about coaching more so, and what coaching is and what coaching can do. And feel free to comment in the comment box of the video if you have any questions about health coaching and wellness coaching and life coaching and what it can do, what the benefits are. Again, I'm seeking to educate people because I'm realizing that because health coaching and coaching is a relatively new career, that there are many people out there that just really don't understand what a coach does, what a coach is. And so if at any time you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. If not on the video, but you can reach out to me, message me on Facebook. You can find me on my personal page, or you can find me at my business page, Upgrade Your Life Health Coaching. And I just encourage you to start thinking about, what are your long-term goals? What dreams are you kind of putting on the back burner? And really, because you're focusing more on instant gratification, instant results. And it's easier to go for the quick fix. It's easier to go for instant gratification. But in the long term, is it going to get you where you want to be ultimately? So again, too, I'd love to hear from you about what your goals are and what you've been trying to accomplish, but maybe some obstacles seem to keep be getting in the way. It could be your job, it could be your relationships, it could be your finances, it could be, there's just so many aspects of our life that we can be improving on and that we can be growing in. Awesome. Hey, Chelsea. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, and please feel free to share this video with others you know who could benefit from it. And may you choose more of the long-term sweet taste of success and actions that will lead you towards your goals and your dreams, rather than giving in to the temptation of instant gratification. Another example, I give the donut versus the apple example, but I want you to think about maybe some other examples in your life that impact you. I can think of just, technology is a big topic now, of course, and cell phones. I could do some research, or I could talk to people like in person about something if I have a question. But because of how, easily accessible answers are, we can easily just go on Google and say, how do I do this? How do I do that? And not that that's bad, but I think we're living in a culture where we are so used to getting instant results and immediate gratification that when it comes time to things that just don't happen that quickly, that don't happen so easily, we can become very frustrated and very upset about why things aren't coming so easily to us. And patience is a virtue. People say that, but it's so true. And sometimes, people will say sometimes the best things in life come from hard work, investing time, money, and energy. And those things are priceless. They're things sometimes we take for granted. And then when we don't have them anymore, like our health, for example, we spend so much time, money, and energy trying to get it back. We try to figure out, how do I get my health back? Because we realize how precious it is. So again, would love to hear your feedback about how this shows up for you in your life. What immediate gratifications, temptations do you come across each day? And I'd love to hear about what your dreams are and your goals and what you've been trying to accomplish and are so possible for you if we can try to keep these temptations at bay and resist falling for them. So I hope you have an awesome weekend and would love to talk more about this topic. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.